Rule scripts, forum doctrine, First Amendment. First up, our traditional public forum. And here's our rule. A traditional public forum is a place that the government has traditionally held open for speech. Political speech in a traditional public forum is absolutely protected, and any law must be content neutral, subject matter neutral, and viewpoint neutral. Okay, that was a mouthful. Let's break it down into three. A traditional public forum is a place the government has traditionally held open for speech. Rule 2, political speech in a traditional public forum is absolutely protected. And any law must be what? Content neutral, subject matter neutral, and viewpoint neutral. Okay, so what does this mean? Any law that restricts speech in a traditional public forum has to pass strict scrutiny and leave open ample alternative means of communication. So remember, when we're talking about free speech, we're usually talking about leaving open ample alternative channels of communication. So in a traditional public forum, a place the government has what? That's right, traditionally held open for speech. Political speech is absolutely protected, and any law must be, that's right, content neutral. What else? Subject matter neutral, and finally, viewpoint neutral. Restrictions must pass strict scrutiny and leave open ample alternative channels of communication. In a traditional public forum, can the government impose reasonable time, place, and manner restrictions? Yes, they can. They just can't completely ban things like door-to-door canvassing or solicitation or require payment for police protection, but the government may impose reasonable time, place, and manner restrictions. All right, so basics of the traditional public forum. Let's repeat the whole rule. A traditional public forum is one that the government has traditionally held open for speech. Political speech in a traditional public forum is absolutely protected. And any law must be content neutral, subject matter neutral, and viewpoint neutral. Restrictions must pass strict scrutiny and leave open ample alternative channels of communication. However, the government may impose reasonable time, place, and manner restrictions. Moving on, next rule, our designated public forum. Here's the rule. A designated public forum is one that the government has opened for speech. As long as that area is open for speech, it is protected to the same degree as a traditional public forum. What are we talking about? We're talking about meeting rooms at public schools. Designated public forum. A designated public forum is an area that the government has opened for speech. The government may close that area at any time. As long as that area is open for speech, it receives the same protection as a traditional public forum. So what applies? Strict scrutiny and must leave open ample alternative channels of communication. So that's our traditional public forum and our designated public forum. Restrictions, strict scrutiny, and must leave open ample alternative channels of communication. Can we do time, place, and manner restrictions? You bet. Okay, now two other forums, limited public forum and non-public forum. These both get rational basis review. A limited public forum is a type of designated public forum. The government can discriminate against classes of speakers or different types of speech but any restriction must be viewpoint neutral. What's a good example of this? Because it's confusing. Limiting access to a public school meeting to speakers who are conducting school-related activities, or limiting access to a municipal library meeting room. Actually, that would fall under designated public forum. So that's a good, so public school meeting room to speakers conducting school-related activities. Limited public forum. Any restrictions only have to meet rational basis review. Non-public forum. What is a non-public forum? A non-public forum is something like a military base, a hospital, a jail, a polling place, an airport. That is a non-public forum. And in those situations, reasonable restrictions are going to be okay, because any law only has to pass, that's right, rational basis review. And finally, a private forum, a wholly private forum, does not implicate the Constitution. Speech may be restricted or prohibited in any way. And that's our forum doctrine.